Good day, collective. Good day to my beauties and beasts, my divine feminine, divine masculines, my emperors and empresses. I hope you are having a wonderful, 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 wonderful day. And if you're not, please realign yourself to how worthy, how loved you are. Who cares what they think? Anything that brings doubt to your mind about who you are, it is not godly. It is not the truth. Therefore, it has nothing to do with you. So release it. Excuse me. You're precious. You're sacred. You are part of a bigger picture. Though you are a piece, you're an important piece. Okay? We all get pieces. That's what can make it so frustrating. And we all are a piece of the puzzle. So sometimes that can make you feel overwhelmed because you think it's all on you, because the weight of the knowledge or the weight of how you are feeling or what you know you must do. But remember, you're not alone. And just as you are a piece, there are many working pieces, and that's in the seen world and the unseen world. We're all together, though we may not be together in one room, in one place, gathered in one place. I was going to say in one pace. Is it Mercury? Anything going on retrograde in Mercury? Because communication has been interesting, but I've also been tapping into in and out of different energies for, mom and dad has that going on with me for a reason. So I'll just say, but pace. Yeah, everybody has their own pace. This race is about you. I know they teach externally that it's about other people and and then they try to come back and clean it up and say, no, it's about you, but it truly is about you. It's not about what other people are doing, what they're not doing. Focus on yourself. Love yourself. Be kind and gentle to yourself. I guess someone needed to hear that, so that's that. Now, let me clear my throat. I said it's time to get into the message. All right. The message that Mama has for the collective that are willing to hear, who have ears to hear. If not, the message is not for you, is not going to do anything for you. And at best, the only thing you would be able to do is try to distort the message, which I would warn against you doing so, because this is about Mama. This is about the energy of prosperity that her daughters hold, seen and unseen, in the spiritual world. That causes abundance. When you come up against this energy, it is no good for you. It is the energy that keeps on giving. Hence, the earth. Who, though they come against her, she keeps on giving. I wrote down messages or channeled in messages as I was experiencing a scenario or a circumstance between me and my son. And it's just something caused me to, and I know it's not something, it was Mama. She had me to pick up my notebook and write down what I was experiencing dealing with my son and how it made me feel. Y'all, this particular day, he was just doing the absolute most. Like children, can do. They, like us, they have their good days and bad days, and, days where they listen and days where they need to listen or be instructed to listen, and days where they have to succumb to us not being okay with what they're doing and dealing with that, right? And so I jotted down some notes, and then I'll get off into the message. And this was also during a time, you all, I was getting a lot of downloads from Oshun about how she's treated, how the energy of prosperity, which the woman holds, is handled, how, how it's disrespected, how she's disrespected. And, it's a no wonder, that we as women, or as a woman with a womb, specifically, are targeted so much and treated so foul, because so have the energies by these toxic, it came out how it did, toxic, again, toxic, distorted, masculine energies. I have been getting a lot of messages from the great Mama. And y'all, sometimes it's brought me to tears, but it made me feel like, wow, I'm truly not alone. Just think about being God and not appreciated, and people constantly stealing from you. Some of the tarot readers, I hear them say different things that, that I care about, that I actually watch, that I know are gifted. And sometimes, like anybody, they get irritated about this energy of, copying and people stealing from them and X, Y, and Z. But we experience things, yes, as her daughters. We have experienced a lot. But imagine the whole world not giving honor. And then a certain capacity of that world, or a certain energy that's supposed to work with, is doing this, being abusive to the things that they have found out by way of robbery. And robbery doesn't mean that it's just by way of them stealing informations of, different tribes, or stealing information in the form of from another, but just coming to the energies as sheep ready to be guided, and all the while they are a wolf. And no disrespect to the wolf energy, because I'm going to do a video on that in its positive aspects. But these are pretenders. They come with great offerings, just like the Pharisees and the Sadducees, but they do not intend on bringing healing or working towards the bigger picture. Okay? So Mama has a problem with these masculines that operate in that energy. So on this particular day, I should have wrote down the date. Okay, it was in April, and it was probably like April the 20th, 420, right? And I laugh because I think of the Erykah Badu song, I've been through it all. And Mama has, and she's been watching, and it's not because she's powerless, but it's the weaving. Okay. Oh, she's gonna get who she needs to get. It's gonna be straightened out. All right, and Daddy gonna straighten it out, okay, in due time. But on this particular day, I wrote down, the title was My Son's Behavior Today. I said, the energy was irritating me. He came close unto me, stroked my arm, and said, nice mama. Now, you guys, he said this after doing some things he knew was agitating me, but came up to me and literally said with a smirk on his face, y'all, I remember this. This wasn't that long ago, okay? It's just in April. He said, nice mama. Like I'm something to play with, a toy, you know? I said, while I was praying, he interrupted me rudely for what he wanted. The notebook I gave him, he trampled underfoot, having fun with it. And when I corrected him about it, he gave me a playful apology, which infuriated me. He was told to be quiet and go to the corner, but yet wanted to complain through crying as if where I sent him was too much to bear. He even then complained that he had to go to the bathroom, and I put in quotations, y'all, relieve himself, which is key. These toxic, distorted masculines, that's all that is on their mind, is relieving themselves through whatever form they choose, whether it be money, it's a high, drugs, alcohol, women, you know, possessions. But let me, I want you to know why I put this in, what download I was receiving when I put relieve himself. Mama wanted me to focus on or put that in highlight, okay? He even complained that he had to go to the bathroom, then to focus on the fact he was in trouble and needed to be still and silent, okay? The channel message is, these are the type of men that have been disrespecting Mama and her daughters. They have no time for divine correction or steeling themselves with what they have done, always desiring to be in constant movement where they don't have to face things, always with excuses, just wanting to be relieved. They are palliants. This was literally the downloaded word that I got, you guys. Palliants. I didn't even know what that was. I mean, I kind of, because I love words and because I worked in the healthcare industry at one point, palliative is like when you're just making somebody comfortable as they're transitioning on out, okay? It is not meant to cure anything, and I'll go into that in a minute. But listen, who goes as far to rape their own mother and find it funny. And the download, that movie that I got for this was, I can't think of the name of the movie, but it's a movie with Whoopi Goldberg in it. Please stop knocking. Please stop knocking. It's the movie with Whoopi Goldberg where she is a nanny to this little white boy. She's from, I believe, Jamaica in this movie, or somewhere in the islands. And she immigrated to New York, and she's staying in New York or whatever. I think it's New York. But anyway, the point is she was a caretaker of this rich young white boy. And she ends up opening up to him over time, and she tells him that she had to, I believe, kill her son because he raped or was trying to rape her. You know, he crossed a huge boundary with his own mama, okay? You can check out that movie. I'll try to find out what movie that is and put it in the description for you. It's worthy of being rented or, you know, bought or downloaded, however you get your movies, okay? I would look at that because it ties into this message. This is where they have fooled. Again, this fooled word needed to be highlighted. Themselves by going along with their whims of unjust acts and then sitting back, collecting off of it, feeling honored to do so, but there is no honor in them. There is only dishonor and misfortune. The greatest one they have missed out on is Mama, her wisdom. How great is her wisdom? And I put, it is fortune to me. Okay. And I'm going to give you what I wrote down concerning this palliant word that I received. I wrote it somewhere. You guys be patient with me. Okay. So I did a little research on it because I wanted to see what, you know, the issue was. What did it mean? For what was Mama trying to tell me? Or was she ain't trying? What she told me, the channel message. And oh yeah, I put it down because this was after I received this download. She actually said ancestral palliance, okay? Or an ancestral palliant, but it was ancestral palliance, okay? And I was like, wow. And so, remember me bringing up that these people are as the Pharisees and Sadducees. This is why Christ, or, you know, that energy and those energies that also are a family to Christ, have had a problem with these sort of people. And they have their covens, they have their groups, hence the word Pharisee, Sadducee, and whatever name they fall up under, okay? It doesn't matter. They do not act in accordance with what they have stolen to feed to the people in a way that doesn't have people to tap into their power. It doesn't cause healing. It just is palliative, okay? Spiritually palliative. So I wrote down what this word means. It means to reduce the violence of disease, to ease symptoms without curing the underlying disease, drugs to palliate the pain, to cover by excuses or apologies, to moderate the intensity of justice. This is why these particular men and groups, if you've noticed, whether they be a celebrity or not, are not into vengeance, because they do not want karmic justice to happen. They do not want things to truly be squared. They do not operate as those who desire things to be laid straight so that all can be at peace and harmony. Because they know what they do. This is why we be so shocked when things come down so hard, or when certain people are removed, alleviated from us, because they're a part of the pain. I wrote down some more research behind this word, and it says ancient Romans had a name for the cloak-like garb that was worn by the Greeks, distinguishing it from their own toga. The name was pallium. In the 15th century, English speakers modified the late Latin word palliatus, which derives from pallium, to form palliate. Our term, used initially as both an adjective and a verb, never had the literal Latin sense referring the cloak you wear, but took on the figurative cloak of protection. Specifically, the verb palliate means, as it still can mean, to leaven the intensity of disease. The medical-related adjective palliative describes medical care that focuses on relieving pain or discomfort rather than administering a cure. So has been the energy, right, in the world by these people that operate cloaked in society in all different types of ways, trusted by the people to continue to rob the people, because they're robbers of mama. They don't like mama. They don't respect mama. And I was given a truth from my earthly mama. She said to me, baby, if someone don't like your mama, they don't like you. And you know, I'm not going to get into the other flip side of that, because for the most part, what she was saying is absolutely true. This is why these particular masculines can come against their own so-called brothers. Because we all come out of mama. And if you don't respect where you come out of, how are you going to respect anyone that come out of there with you? You don't respect the womb. You don't respect no one associated with the womb. You want the womb to bow down to you. How sick-minded is that? How sick are you to rape your own mama? To bring gifts to your mama, offerings to your mama, like she yo ho. When you get through taking what she give to you and using it and abusing it. And here you come with some damn flowers, some damn cinnamon, some damn, a few things. You're evil and disgusting. And you're not kin to us, nor are you a friend to us. Yay, oh God. So they think it's funny. But many of them are not thinking it's funny. They're being set down one by one. Yeah, it's not okay. I didn't like it. I didn't like the interaction between me and my son that day. And he tries it, but he's an actual little boy, and it's my job to let him know that it's not okay to play with me or anyone like me. For him to respect feminine energy, respect himself, and respect that energy inside of himself. He has really hot feet at times, and I tell him, look, little hot-footed boy, sit down somewhere. Because it's important for him to honor and respect the feminine energy that sits with the gods, sits with who the gods answer to. And when I say answer, work with, meet with, honor, on every level. Because yes, there is something in control of it all. And Mama and Daddy have a lot of patience. And Mama, oh my God, she must have so much patience. Which is why it's one of the greatest virtues. But what they don't have anymore is it for this thing. It's being worked on. It's being handled. surely, surely, you best believe it. Because that which they have gotten away with in their own minds has never been okay with the divine. Mm-hmm. mm, mm, mm. You don't get to do what you want to do when you want to do it, how you want to do it. You don't get to play anymore with that. You want to play? Huh? It's going to be an issue for you. You want to come against mama? Issue for you. Issue for you. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. On that note, read you later.